All right, welcome back to Jammin' Sports, everybody. We switch from football to baseball. We will have a football doubleheader tomorrow, but we are in the process of getting our sixth Major League Baseball sim season going. We're simulating the season. We just do the postseason. It'd be a nightmare to try to do over 3,000 games. 182 game season for 30 teams. That'd be rough. So what we do is we sim the regular season, but we do stop along the way. We did the home run derby a few nights back, and now we'll have the All-Star game. And after this, then we'll sim through the rest of the season and we'll start the postseason. But we wanted to stop along the way and do the All-Star game. Why not? And that's what we're going to do here tonight. Now, MLB The Show 24 is what we're using now. It does have the Kingdome as the historic stadiums. And we're going to try to put the All-Star game there in the Kingdome. If we can't, we'll put it where it normally is. And let's go ahead and do that. If you're watching this on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Exhibition game here. And let's head out to the All-Star game here at Jammin' Sports. I have to go through all these updates. See if I can change it. Yes, I can change it. Kingdome, here we come. Jammin' Sports presents the Sim Season 6 All-Star Game, live from the Kingdome in Seattle, Washington. The National League All-Stars and the American League All-Stars. All-Star game about to get underway. Pedro Martinez, representing the Boston Red Sox, will be on the mound for the American League. I don't have the lineups for this, so we'll just have to figure it out as we go. Fernando Tatis Jr., excuse me. Tatis, the PA announcer calls him, up to bat first. Here we go. Inside ball one. Count goes to 0-1. Just underway. All-Star game. Live from the Kingdome in Seattle. Top of the first inning. Next pitch. In their first strike. Count goes to 1-1. And now the 1-1. Fouled off, out of play. The count to Tatis is now 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2. I do know that Martinez is on the Red Sox. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off down the line. Out of play. Counts at 2-2. Just underway. Live from the Kingdome in Seattle. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off. Count remains at 2-2. Full count. It's a ball. 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out for out number one. One down for the National League. Here in the top of the first. Next up, playing left field for the San Francisco Giants will be Barry Bonds. One out for the National League. Here in the top of the first, nobody on base. Here's the pitch by Martinez. Popped up high in the air, out to center field. I think that's Griffey. Yep, making the play. No, it's Clemente. No, it's not Clemente. But we'll figure out who it is later. It was the center fielder. He flies out to center. And now Howard Easterling, he's on the Marlins. 2 outs, nobody on base. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. I know that Easterling is on the Marlins. He was in the home run derby. Two outs, bases empty for the National League. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And now the 0-2 pitch. Down low, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on base. Here's the 1-2.
Ball.
Outside, 2-2. I wish baseball would go back to letting them wear their regular uniforms in the All-Star game. It'd make things easier. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. At the end of a half inning, we have no score here at the All-Star game here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Cole Hamels will be pitching for the National League. Leading things off, Ricky Henderson with the Oakland A's playing left field tonight. The pitch by Hamels is fouled off. Count goes to 0-1. We're in the bottom of the first, no score in the season 6 All-Star game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. In there for a strike, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 pitch. A ground ball to third. Picked up and thrown for the out. So Henderson grounds out to third. Dandridge at third base for the National League. Jose Altuve up next from the Houston Astros. 1 out, bases empty. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. We're in the bottom of the first here at the All-Star game at the Kingdome in Seattle. Ripped down the line, but foul. And the count to Altuve goes to 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Outside.
Did he go?
He went around. 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Altuve goes down swinging. 2 down for the American League here in the bottom of the first. And Ted Strong will come up next. Up high. He was in the home run derby as well the other night. And now the 1-0 pitch by Hamels. Ball 2. Count goes to 2-0, just inside. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-0 pitch. Popped up into shallow center field. It looks like the shortstop will take it. At the end of 1 complete, no score here at the All-Star game in the Kingdome in Seattle. You're at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the second inning. Frank Robinson with the, let's see, he's on the National League. He'd be Pedro Martinez on the mound. Strike 2. Count quickly, 0-2 to Robinson. And now the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Popped up, out of play. Count remains at 1-2. One-two pitch. Ripped into left field. That's going to drop. Henderson will run over to it. Off the wall, throws it back. And that's going to be a leadoff double for Frank Robinson. And the National League has a runner on second with nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Willie Mays up next, playing with the Mets. Here's the pitch. It could be with the Giants, though. It could be the older Mays with the Giants. First pitch, a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Probably playing center field as well. Here's the 0-1. Ripped into left field. Foul. Just outside the foul pole. And the count goes to 0-2. Nobody out, runner on second base for the National League. Here's the pitch by Martinez. Outside, 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Nobody out. The 1-2 pitch to Mays. Oh, it hit him. He'll be awarded first base. And now the National League has runners at first and second with nobody out. And Josh Gibson comes up with the Dodgers. No, that'd be Kirk Gibson. Josh Gibson, we'll figure out what team he's with. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball. Down the third base line, foul. That evens up the count at 1-1 to Gibson. Willie Mays at first base. Here's the 1-1 in the dirt.
One ball, two strikes.
The runners do not advance. Tome is behind the plate for the American League from the Indians. Counts 1-2 to Gibson. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. Nobody out. Runners at first and second for the National League here at the top of the second inning. Josh Gibson at the plate. 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off again. Count remains at 1-2. Now, the Kingdome did actually host an All-Star game. It was back in '79. Fouls it off. Counts at 1-2. Dave Parker for the Pirates had a big night that night. Here's the 1-2. Up high. Evens the count at 2-2. Still nobody out for the National League here in the top of the second with runners at first and second. A walk below the bases. The 2-2. Up high, full count. Three and 2 to count. 3-2 pitch.
Outside.
Ball 4, bases loaded for the National League with nobody out. From the Diamondbacks, Ray Dandridge will come up. Bases loaded, nobody out. Fouls it off, strike one. A golden opportunity for the National League to score here. Counts 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. We're at the Kingdome in Seattle, Washington. The count's at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Fouled it off. 1-2. Bases loaded. Nobody out. National League trying to capitalize here. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Dandridge. Rips it right to the shortstop. Plucks it out of the air. We're not sure who the shortstop is. Let's look at Trout from the Angels. What a play. All right, we know that Trout's playing short now. They didn't show the rosters before the game. And now John Beckwith will come up. 1 out, bases loaded. A double play ends the inning. Big swing and a miss. Counts at 0-1. Martinez on the mound. 1 out, bases loaded. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2. A strikeout here would be huge. The count's 0-2 to Beckwith. Oh, 2 pitch in the dirt, but it's a ground ball to first. They're going to turn 2. There's 1 and 2. No, yeah, they got him. And that ends the inning. The National League threatens but does not score. Beckwith hits into a double play. No scores. We go to the bottom of the second. The All-Star game here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the second inning. From the Boston Red Sox, Ted Williams. I would venture to guess he's the DH, since Henderson's playing left field. Cole Hamels on the mound. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
No score here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. And Williams fouls that off down the line, out of play. 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Down low, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. I need Brock to get fantasy points. 1 down, and Miguel Cabrera up next for the American League. In there for a strike, 0-1. One out, bases empty for the American League here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Oh, that's a wicked curve, but it was a ball. Count goes to 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike. The pace on 24 is a little bit faster than 23, but that's okay. And now the 2-2 pitch to Cabrera. Ground ball to short. Picks it up, throws to first for the out. So Beckwith is playing first base. I caught his name. Tatis is playing short. Mike Trout will come up, the shortstop, with the Angels. 2 outs, bases empty for the American League here in the bottom of the second. Cole Hamels still on the mound. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Popped it up. Tatis goes back in shallow left. Can't make the play. It falls for a base hit. The second baseman for the National League is a female. She's in the home run derby. I forget her name. She played in the Negro Leagues. Here's the pitch to Buck O'Neil. And they get the runner out, and that'll end the inning. At the end of 2 complete, no score here at the All-Star game. Here at Jammin' Sports. There she is. Stone. I think her first name is Lonnie. Lonnie Stone. Smokey Joe Wood coming in to pitch now for the American League. You got to like that name. There she is, Tony Stone. Let me give you some background. They have the show 24 has a lot more Negro League players on the expanded rosters. And she actually played in the Negro Leagues. And she was the first woman to ever play professional baseball with the males. And that was back in the 30s, I think. 30s or 40s. So she's in the game. She's playing second base for the National League. She fouls it off 0-1. Ripped into left field for a base hit. So Stone's at first base with nobody out. Now, she's the only female in the game, but they put her in there to honor her. I think she celebrated her 100th birthday the other day or something like that. And now the shortstop, Tatis, will come up with nobody out, runner on first base. Here's the pitch. In their first strike, 0-1. Stone was in the home run derby, but she got eliminated in the first round. She didn't hit that many. Tatis with the Padres. And now the 0-1. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on first. That's Stone at first base. Here's the pitch. Popped it up into center field. Who comes over? The center fielder makes the play. 1 down. They keep Stone at first base. That's Torrente playing center field. Barry Bonds from the San Francisco Giants playing left field for the National League tonight. 1 out, runner on first. Here in the top of the third, no score. Bonds will step up. The pitch.
Nope,
down low, 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
Stone goes back. I was reading up on her biography the other day, and Stone was actually a very good player. She wasn't just a token out there. Bonds rips one up the center. It's a base hit. Stone going for third. Safe. And now the National League has runners at first and third. Barry Bonds with a single up the middle. And now the National League is threatening again. In a scoreless contest. Howard Easterling for the Marlins will come up. 1 out, runners at first and third. The pitch outside. 1-0. Smokey Joe Wood on the mound. I love his name. Here's the 1-0. Fouls it off. The count goes to 1-1 on Easterling. We're in the top of the third, no score in the All-Star game. 1-1 pitch. Rips one into left field. Henderson will throw it in. And that scores Stone from third base, an RBI single for Easterling. And the National League takes a 1-0 lead. An RBI single. And now Frank Robinson from the San Francisco Giants will come up. 1 out, runners at first and second. In their first strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike. The pitch. And that's going to be a base hit. That's going to score another. Strong will throw it in from right field. And they hold up at third. They don't score a run. So bases loaded for the National League. And now Willie Mays, the DH, will come up. I heard the PA announcer saying he was the DH. National League up 1-0 with 1 out, bases loaded. Willie Mays will come up. Also with the Giants. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0. So there's 3 Giants starting for the National League. Bonds, Robinson, and Mays. The count's 1-0 to Mays. The pitch by Wood. In their first strike, 1-1. Bases loaded with 1 out. National League leads at 1-0 here in the top of the third. And now the 1-1. Fouls it off. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. One-two pitch, up high, 2-2. A walk would score a run. 2-2 pitch, up high. Oh, I hit him. I think it hit him. Yep. Nope. Yep. Oh, no, wait a minute. No, it's 3-2. He didn't hit him. Just fouled it off the handle of the bat. 3-2 pitch. Ripped into left field. Another run. 2-0. Here comes another one around 3-0 as Easterland scores. A 2 RBI single by Willie Mays. And the National League takes a 3-0 lead. Bonds and Easterling score from third and second, respectively. And now Josh Gibson will come up. Still just 1 out with runners at first and second. The National League has exploded for 3 runs. They throw down to third. They got him. Trying to steal third. They throw him out. Now there's 2 outs for the National League. With a runner on second, it was a double steal. Gibson slaps it down the line, but it goes foul. The count's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. That'll end the inning. However, the National League, they score 3. Barry Bonds, a 2 RBI single during all that. And the All-Stars of the National League lead at 3-0 here at Jammin' Sports.
Now pitching for the National League,
Noodles Hahn.
number 79.
That's got to be an old-timer. Will come in to pitch for the National League here in the bottom of the third. They lead at 3-0. We've seen Noodles Hahn before. I can't remember what team. He may have been the Cubs. Buck O'Neill will come up.
The first baseman.
First baseman Buck O'Neill. He's with the Kansas City Royals. I know that from the Home Run Derby. You got to love these old-timer names. Noodles Hahn and Buck O'Neill. Here's the pitch. O'Neill rips that one down the left field line. Foul into the corner. The count goes to 0-1. Hahn's a lefty. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 to O'Neill. National League leads at 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. And now the 0-2 pitch. Pops it up, out of play. Count remains at 0-2 to O'Neill. Oh-2 pitch. He swung out a bad pitch. They'll throw down to first in time.
Batting it.
1 down for the American League here in the bottom of the third.
Number 93.
As we watch O'Neill strike out. Got by the catcher, but they managed to throw him out at first. Cristobal Torrente, the center fielder, will come up. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Playing for the American League. He might be one of the Negro League players. The name is not familiar. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to short. They'll pick it up, throw to first. Tatis makes the play at short. 2 down for the American League here in the bottom of the third.
The catcher.
And now from the Cleveland Indians, Jim Thome, the catcher, will come up. 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch by Hahn. A ground ball. Tatis with the play. Throws to first for the out. It's a 1-2-3 inning. At the end of 3 complete, Fernando making the play. We're going to the 4th inning. The National League leads at 3-0 here at Jammin' Sports.
Now pitching for the American
Mike Cuellar
number 36.
will pitch now for the American League. That's how you pronounce it, Cuellar. I remember him.
Leading off for the
Ray
National
Dandridge.
League, the third baseman, number 5.
The third baseman, Ray Dandridge, will come up here in the top of the fourth. National League leading 3-0. In there for a strike, 0-1. Here at the Kingdome in Seattle, Washington, the All-Star game for Sim Season 6. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. And the count goes to 0-2.
2 strikes.
And now the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball.
Inside, 1-2. Somebody needs to give me an update on the 49ers and the Jets, if you would, please. 1-2 the count to Dandridge. Here's the 1-2.
2 balls.
In the dirt, 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Ripped into right field, the base hit. In the National League, with nobody out, they have a runner aboard
The batter,
here in the top of the fourth.
7.
And now at the plate, John Beckwith. He's the first baseman tonight. Facing Cuellar. Nobody out, runner on first. Inside pitch, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. Cuellar looks in. The count's 1-0. The pitch. Ripped foul down the first base line. And the count's evened up at 1-1. If somebody can get me an update on the 49ers Jets, that'd be great. Here's the 1-1. High in the air, out to right field. Strong going back and makes the play. Tagging up, going to second. Nope, they hold up at first.
The batter,
1 out
number 29.
for the National League. Here in the top of the fourth. Tony Stone, the second baseman, comes up. The only female to play professional baseball. It was back in the Negro Leagues, back in the 30s and 40s. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch, outside. They tried to get him to go. He doesn't take the bait. And the count to Stone goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first. And now the 1-1. Fouls it off, 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Stone. Two pitch.
3.
She went around. Strike 3. 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Fernando.
And now Fernando Tatis Jr., from the Padres, the shortstop, will come up with 2 outs and a runner on first base. They throw to first, back in time. Mike Cuellar on the mound for the American League. National League leads at 3-0. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. The pitch to Tatis is fouled off. The count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Ground ball. Trout at short. Scoops and throws to second for the out. At the end of 3.5, the National League leads at 3-0 in the All-Star game here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Vida Blue. He's another Giant. He played for the A's and the Giants during his career.
American League,
And leading things off, the left fielder, Ricky Henderson, representing the Oakland A's. Facing his former teammate with the A's, Vida Blue. Here's the pitch. Up high, 1-0. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the passing of James Earl Jones today. The voice of Darth Vader. He was also in The Lion King. Count goes to 1-1 to Henderson. He'll be missed. Just a classy guy. Here's the 1-1. 1-2.
Ball, 2 strikes.
He was 93.
3.
Struck him out looking for out number 3 or out number 2. Make it 1. I'll get it right. Out number 1.
Second baseman, Jose Altuve.
We're in the bottom of the 4th of the All-Star game. The National League leads at 3-0. 1 out for the American League All-Stars as Henderson strikes out. That's right, coming to America, Eddie Murphy. That's right. In there for his strike. He was in Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. With Kevin Costner. Jose Altuve from the Astros at the plate. Counts 0-1. Vida Blue on the mound. He was Matufa. What was his name? Mastufa in The Lion King. I have a hard time with that word. Fouls it off. 0-2. He was great in The Lion King, man. And now the 0-2. Struck him out looking. 2 down for the American League here in the bottom of the 4th. Vida Blue on fire.
Number 9, Ted.
And now Ted Strong, the right fielder, will come up. He represents the Kansas City Royals. I know that. Here's the pitch by Blue.
Ball, that's in.
Inside, 1-0. By the way, good to see Davis here. I didn't see him sneak in. The 1-0 pitch.
Nope.
Outside, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch.
3
Down
balls,
low,
no
3-0.
strikes.
Ted Williams on deck. 3-0 pitch. Up
Ball,
high.
that's up.
Ball 4. It's a walk. A 2-out walk for Ted Strong.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
And now the DH for the American League, Ted Williams. I guessed right. Representing the Red Sox. Vida Blue on the hill. 2 outs, runner on first base. Here's the pitch. Williams pops it up. Third baseman comes in and will make the play for the final out. At the end of 4 complete, the National League leads the American League 3-0 in the All-Star game here at Jammin' Sports. Jack Norris, or Morris, excuse me, with an M, will come in to pitch for the American League here in the top of the 5th.
Number 47, Jack Morris. Leading off.
And Barry Bonds from the San Francisco Giants
Barry.
will lead things off. The left fielder tonight. The pitch by Morris.
Ball.
Outside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. Got some action in the bullpen? Possibly. I don't see them pitching, though. It's the wrong bullpen. They showed the National League bullpen. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. We're at the top of the 5th. National League up 3-0.
Ball.
Down low, 2-1. Surprised nobody's hit a home run yet. It was easy to hit them out of here in the Kingdom. There's a base hit, possibly. Nope, Strong tracks it down in right field for the out.
Now batting.
So Bonds flies out to right. And from the Marlins, Howard Easterling comes up. 1 out, bases empty for the National League here in the top of the 5th. The pitch by Morris.
Ball.
Up high, it's a ball. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Rips it foul down the line. 1-1. We have an NFL doubleheader tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern. It'll be the Ravens and the Patriots, followed by the Jets and Bills.
8, 2.
Took a big swing and missed. Count goes to 1-2 to Easterling. That'll be at 8 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. And that's well hit into right field. Strong at the warning track, though, makes the play for out number 2. Easterling flies out to right. And now from the San Francisco Giants, Frank Robinson will come up. 2 outs, bases empty. Facing Jack Morris. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Fouls it off. Count evens up at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. 2 outs, bases empty here in the top of the 5th. The 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. One-two pitch. Ground ball. Trout at short. Picks it up. Throws to first. In time. At the end of 4.5, the National League still leads it 3-0. The All-Star Game here at Jammin' Sports. New pitcher Andy Cooper comes in for the National League here in the bottom of the 5th. The National League leads it 3-0. And leading off for the American League in the bottom of the 5th, Miguel Cabrera.
The third baseman, Miguel.
Playing third base tonight. Cooper on the hill. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1. National League up 3-0. American League, their offense has been kind of stagnant here tonight. Here's the 0-1. In there for a strike, 0-2. They're changing pitchers like every inning. 0-2 pitch.
Ball. That's
Inside, 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. We're at the Kingdome, Seattle, Washington, which is included in the show 24. Glad to see it. They need to add Ebbets Field in the Astrodome now. Here's the 2-2. Fouls off. Davis is playing college football. Two-two pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2 to Cabrera. And now the 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Fouls that off into the National League dugout. Count remains at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Fouls it off. Long at bat for Miguel Cabrera. Two-two pitch. Outside. Full count, 3-2. Mike Trout on deck. 3-2 pitch. Hit high in the air, out to center field. Mays will take it for the out. One down as Cabrera flies out to center. It's actually Easterling playing center field. Hayes is the DH. Mike Trout will come up, the shortstop. One out, bases empty. Cooper on the mound. Here's the pitch. Ball one. Count goes to 1-0. One out, bases empty for the American League here in the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 pitch.
Ball, that's
Up high, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch. Up high, 3-0.
3 balls, no strikes.
3-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 3-1. Bottom of the fifth here at the All-Star game. Counts 3-1 to Trout. Here's the pitch. Trout hits one high in the air to center field. Easterling going back, and that's gone. It's a solo shot for Mike Trout, and the American League gets on the board, now trailing 3-1. Just over the wall in center field here at the Kingdome. Let's watch this one again. He hit it to the deepest part of the park. Just shy of 405. And now Buck O'Neil from the Royals will come up. 1 out, bases empty. 3-1 now, National League. Fouls it off, strike one. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 0-1 pitch. He hits it high in the air down the third baseline, foul. Count goes to 0-2 to Buck O'Neil. And now the 0-2. He went around, struck him out. He chased a bad pitch. 2 down for the American League. And Cristobal Torrente will come up. 2 outs, bases empty. In there for a strike. Torrente playing first base for the American League. Here's the 0-1 by Cooper. Torrente fouls it off. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. 0-2 pitch. Inside, 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. He struck out. They got to throw down to first for the out. At the end of 5 complete, Mike Trout hits a solo shot home run, but the National League still leads it by a score of 3-1 here at the All-Star game here at Jammin' Sports. Hilton Smith will come in to pitch for the American League. Here in the top of the 6th, National League up 3-1. Willie Mays, the DH, will lead things off for the National League, representing the San Francisco Giants. Here's the pitch by Smith. Ball 1, outside, 1-0. One-0 pitch. Fouls it off. They'll even the count at 1-1 to Mays. And now the 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. Nobody out, nobody on here on the top of the 6th. Counts 1-2 to Mays. Here's the pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 1. 1 down from the National League.
Now batting, catcher, Josh Gibson.
And now the catcher for the National League, Josh Gibson, will come up. One out, base is empty. Here's the pitch.
Ball, that's low.
Down low, 1-0. National League leads at 3-1 here on the top of the 6th. Hilton Smith on the mound. The 1-0 pitch. Rips it high in the air out to center field. And getting under it and making the play is Torrente, I believe. Yes, number 93, playing center field, not first base.
Number 5.
2 down for the National League. And now Ray Dandridge, the third baseman, comes up. Two outs, base is empty. He rips that one foul down the first baseline. 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Took a big swing and missed. 0-2.
0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. 0-2 pitch.
0-1.
Down low, ball 1. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2 pitch. And he rips that one. That one's gone. That's an upper deck shot. A solo shot for Ray Dandridge. And the National League takes a 4-1 lead. He got a hold of that one. Let's watch that one again. Let's take another look. You knew it just by the sound. I mean, he ripped that one. Look where it landed. And now John Beckwith, the first baseman, comes up. 4-1 National League. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. In their first strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch by Smith.
Ball 1.
Up high, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty. 1-1 pitch.
Ball, that's out.
Outside, 2-1. Two 1 pitch. Down low, 3-1. Tony Stone on deck. Counts 3-1 to Beckwith. 3-1 pitch. Rips it to third, past the third baseman. A base hit. Henderson will throw it in. A 2-out single for Beckwith. That'll extend the inning for the National League here at the Kingdome in Seattle. And now Tony Stone, the second baseman, comes up. 2 outs, runner on first.
That's a ball.
Outside, ball 1. Two outs, runner at first. They throw to first. Beckwith back in time. The count's 1-0. One 0 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, runner at first. 1-1 pitch. Popped it up. And the first baseman comes over and makes the play for the final out. At the end of 5.5, Ray Dandridge, a solo shot, gives the National League a 4-1 lead here in the All-Star Game on Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Max Scherzer will come out to pitch
Now pitching
for the National League.
number 31, Max Scherzer.
I believe he's on the Braves. Scherzer. Jim Tomei, the catcher for the American League from the Indians, comes up.
Ball in.
Inside, ball 1. We're at the Kingdome in Seattle, Washington, the All-Star Game. And now the 1-0 pitch.
2-0.
Outside, 2-0. Mantell and Chapman warming up in the National League bullpen. National League leads it 4-1. We're in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-0 pitch to Tomei. Swung for strike one. And the count goes to 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Swung for strike two. They'll even the count at 2-2. Two-two pitch by Scherzer. Ripped it to short. Tatis picks it up, throws to first for the out. So Tomei grounds out to short. One down for the American League here in the bottom of the 6th. We go to the top of the order. Left fielder Ricky Henderson from the A's will come up. One out, bases empty. The pitch. In their first strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike, one out, bases empty. And now the 0-1 pitch. In their first strike, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Rips it foul down the line. Count remains at 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Pops it up, out of play. Long at bat for Henderson. The count remains at 0-2. 0-2 pitch.
Ball.
Just outside.
One ball, two
Count
strikes,
goes to
Jeff.
1-2. One-two pitch.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Inside.
Ball two.
Count goes even at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Ripped into center field. The base hit for Henderson. A one-out single here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now back, second baseman.
Second baseman Jose Altuve will come up from the Astros. Fouls it off, 0-1. One out, Henderson at first base. Look for him to steal. Oh, 0-1 pitch. On the inside corner. Count goes to 0-2 to Altuve. And now the 0-2 pitch by Scherzer. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. Altuve staying alive at the plate. Henderson at first base. One out. National League leads it 4-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. They throw to first. Henderson back in time. Oh-2 pitch. Ripped into left field. Henderson coming around. Do they send him? No. He's going to hold up at third.
The right fielder, number 9.
A single for Altuve moves Henderson over to third base. And now the American League with runners at first and third with one out here in the bottom of the 6th. And now the right fielder Ted Strong with the Kansas City Royals will come up. The pitch.
Ball one.
Outside, ball one. Count goes to 1-0. Strong can tie the game up with one swing of the bat here. The American League with runners on the corners with one out. The pitch by Scherzer. In their first strike on the upper inside corner. Count goes to 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Swung at it. Count goes to 1-2.
2 strikes.
And now the 1-2 pitch to Strong.
That's ball 2.
Outside and low, 2-2.
2-2 count.
2-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out for out number 2. 2 down for the American League. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And now the DH, Ted Williams, will come up. Two outs, runners at first and third. Williams at the plate. The pitch to Williams. Outside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, runners at first and third. One 0 pitch. Rips it out to left field. But Bonds makes the play to end the inning. At the end of 6 complete, the National League leads at 4-1 here at the All-Star Game on Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 7th. Nuke LaLoosh will come into pitch for the American League. Now that's a baseball name if I ever saw one. Nuke LaLoosh. We have a pinch hitter coming in, Biz Mackey. No idea who he is. Probably a Negro League player. Here's the pitch.
Ball 1.
Low and inside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. We're in the top of the 7th of the All-Star Game. The National League leads at 4-1. Biz Mackey at the plate. And now the pitch. Down low, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Ripped into right center field. And going for 2, he's safe. Mackey with a leadoff double for the National League here in the 7th inning. He went for 2 and got it. And now, Ronald Acuna Jr. from the Braves. He'll come up next to pinch hit. With nobody out, runner on second base here in the top of the 7th. Facing Nuke LaLoosh. Here's the pitch. Acuna Jr. high in the air out to center field. And he makes the catch. And safe. Biz is safe at third base. It'll be a sacrifice. Moves the runner over. And now Roy Campanella from the Dodgers will come up. One out, runner on third. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1. He got Biz at third. I just like that name, Biz. One pitch to Campanella. And he rips that one foul. And the count goes to 0-2. National League trying to build their lead. They're up 4-1 with a runner on third with one out. The pitch. Swung and struck him out. 2 down for the National League. LaLoosh blew that one by him. Swung way too early. 2 down. And now Cecil Cooper will come up for the National League. Another pinch hitter. 2 outs, runner on third. Here's the pitch. Ground ball down the third base line, foul. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on first, or runner on third, excuse me. LaLoosh trying to get out of the inning without giving up a run. Cooper back in the box. Here's the 1-1. Swung for strike 2. And the count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch. Fouled it off down the third base line. Count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch. Swung and struck him out. At the end of 6.5, the National League leads at 4-1 here at the All-Star Game on Jammin' Sports. All right, Biz Mackey will take over short for the National League. Acuna Jr. will be in left field. And in center field, Roy Campanella. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and Cecil Cooper in right field. Steve Bedrosian, who's turned into a pretty good announcer, on the mound for the National League. Bedrosian.
Pinch hitting for the American League. Number 12.
Roberto Alomar will come up to pinch hit for the American League here in the bottom of the 7th, trailing 4-1, facing Bedrosian in their first strike, 0-1. American League trails by 3 runs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's fouled off down the line. 0-2 to Roberto Alomar. Oh-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. One-two pitch. Fouls it off again. Count remains at 1-2. One-two pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Popped it up. And Stone will take it at second base for the out. 1 down for the American League. And now we have a pinch hitter. Gary Gaetti will come up with the Minnesota Twins facing Bedrosian. 1 out, bases empty. In their first strike, 0-1. National League leads at 4-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Oh, 1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out on 3 pitches. 2 down for the American League here in the bottom of the 7th.
The first baseman.
Just blew that one by him. And now from the Kansas City Royals, Buck O'Neil will come up.
Ball, that's out.
Outside, 1-0. Two outs, bases empty here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0.
2-0.
What contract you talking about, Davis? Here's the pitch.
Nope.
Down low, 3-0.
I got 3-0.
Well, the college game is quite good. It's the NFL game that sucks. Here's the 3-0. Fouled it off. Count remains, or count goes to 3-1. Three-one pitch. Fouls it off. 3-2. Full count to Buck O'Neil with 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 3-2 pitch. Inside, ball 4. It's a 2-out walk. So the American League with a runner aboard. And Cristobal Torrente will come up next. The pitch. High in the air, down the left field line. And making the play is Acuna Jr. And that'll end the inning. After 7 complete, the National League leads at 4-1 here at the All-Star Game on Jammin' Sports.
A defensive change for the American League.
Roberto Alomar will take over third base for the American League.
Now at shortstop.
And at shortstop, Gary Gaetti will take over.
Now pitching for the American
And pitching is Kazuhiro Sasaki.
Sasaki.
That is a hard name to pronounce. Kazuhiro Sasaki for the American League. We're in the top of the 8th. We have another pinch hitter. Ryan Sandberg will come up for the National League. National League leads it 4-1 here in the top of the 8th. The pitch by Sasaki. Swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Popped up. Strong in right field. Gets under it for out number 1. 1 down for the National League here at the top of the 8th.
The catcher, number 28. Josh.
And now the catcher, Josh Gibson, will come up for the National League. 1 out, bases empty. National League leads it 4-1. Facing Kazuhiro Sasaki. The pitch.
Ball, that's out.
Outside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. One-0 pitch. A ground ball to third. And they'll throw him out. Out number 2. Gibson grounds out to third. 2 down for the National League. Alomar making the play at third base for the American League. Ray Dandridge back in the 6th inning. Here's what Ray did. He hit a towering shot out to left center field for a home run. Here it is again. He nailed that one. And now Dandridge comes to the plate here in the top of the 8th with 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch.
No, that's low.
Down low, 1-0. One-0 pitch.
Ball 2.
Outside, 2-0. He's so short, he's got a small strike zone. And now the 2-0.
Yeah.
In their first strike, 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Down low, 3-1. Three balls and a strike to Dandridge. 3-1 pitch. In their first strike, full count with 2 outs, bases empty. Three-two pitch. Popped it up, out of play. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Swung and struck him out. And at the end of 7.5, the National League leads it by a score of 4-1 here at the All-Star Game on Jammin' Sports.
Now pitching for the
We go to the bottom of the 8th. Todd Worrell will come in to pitch for the National League. They lead it 4-1.
leading off
And
for
Jim
the
Tomei,
American
the
League.
catcher, will lead things off
Catcher,
from the Cleveland Indians. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
0-1 pitch. Popped it up. Stone at second will get under it in shallow right. And makes the play for out number 1. Tomei flies out to second, or pops out to second.
Number 24.
And now the left fielder, number 24. Well, nope, we have a pinch hitter. Leon Day will come in for Henderson. Facing Todd Worrell, 1 out, bases empty.
That's a ball.
Ball 1, count goes to 1-0. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Here at the All-Star Game in the Kingdome in Seattle, Washington. Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Oh, it's a wicked curve, but it missed the strike zone. 2-1.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1 today. 1 out, bases empty. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
No, that's down.
Missed the strike zone again. 3-1. And now the 3-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Full count, 3-2 today. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. A long at bat for Leon Day. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Swung and struck him out. 2 down for the American League here in the bottom of the 8th. Newt Allen will come up. Another pinch hitter for the American League.
Yep, that ball went out.
Outside, 1-0. 2 outs, bases empty. The National League leads it 4-1. We're in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-0 pitch by Worrell. And that's going to be foul ball down the third base line. Count goes to 1-1 to Allen. And now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled it off. Count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch.
2 balls.
Just outside. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty. Struck him out looking to end the inning. At the end of 8 complete, the National League leads it 4-1 here at the All-Star Game on Jammin' Sports. Leon Day takes over left field for the American League. We go to the top of the 9th. On second base, Newt Allen will take over.
Number 3. Now pitching for the American
And Jonathan,
number 58.
I was listening for his name, but the PA guy is not doing it.
Leading off for the National
Papelbon is what I'm going to call it. Jonathan Papelbon
number 27.
on the mound. John Beckwith, the first baseman, will lead things off for the National League here in the top of the 9th. Up 4-1. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Going to call it Papelbon. I have no idea. Oh, 1 pitch.
0-1.
Down low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. We're in the top of the 9th. Beckwith at the plate. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. National League looking for some insurance runs. 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. One, 2 pitch.
Ball 2.
Down low, 2-2. They'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. The 2-2 pitch. Up high, 3-2, full count. Three-two pitch.
That's ball.
Down low, ball 4. A leadoff walk for the National League here in the top of the ninth. Beckwith at first base.
For the National League.
And now Tony Stone will come up, the second baseman. Runner on first, nobody out here in the top of the ninth. Here's the pitch.
Nope. That's
Up
ball.
high, 1-0. Treinen and Wagner warming up in the bullpen. I think that's Treinen and Wagner. Counts 1-0 to Stone. The 1-0 pitch. In their first strike, 1-1. One pitch. Big swing and a miss. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner on first for the National League. The 1-2 pitch by Papelbon.
2-2 count.
Low and outside, 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Inside, full count to Stone at 3-2. Three-two pitch.
No, that's a ball. Take
Ball
a break.
4. Stone gets awarded first base. And now there's runners at first and second for the National League. Pop Lloyd will come up, a pinch hitter. Facing Jonathan Papelbon. Nobody out, runners at first and second. In their first strike, 0-1. Counts 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count quickly, 0-2. We're in the top of the ninth of the All-Star game. National League leads it 4-1. 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
A walk would load the bases. 1-2 pitch. Ripped into right field. They're going to throw the ball home,
Safe.
and Beckwith is safe. It's an RBI single for Pop Lloyd. And the National League goes up 5-1. Judd Wilson, another pinch hitter coming up for the National League. Still nobody out. Runners at first and second. National League now leads 5-1 in their first strike, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And now the 0-1 pitch.
1 ball, 1
Inside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. 1-1 pitch. Fouls that off. Count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch. Fouled down the third base line, out of play. Count remains at 1-2 to Judd Wilson. One-two pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. It's a long at bat for Wilson. One-two pitch. A ground ball. Second baseman throws to first for the out. That'll be a sacrifice. That'll move the runners over to second and third with 1 out. And now we have another pinch hitter. Monte Irvin will come up. Intentionally walking him. That'll load the bases. They want to get a double play. And now Cecil Cooper. No, Hank Aaron will come up. Hammer and Hank, representing the Atlanta Braves, comes up with one out, bases loaded. They're trying to get a double play is what the American League's trying to do. In their first strike, 0-1. Maybe Hammer and Hank can hit one out of here. I see they finally got his number right. 44. 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off down the first baseline. Count goes to 0-2. One out, bases loaded. Here in the top of the ninth. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. A walk would score a run. Counts at 1-2 to Hank. 1-2 pitch. He fouled it off. Count remains at 1-2. One-two pitch. Strike three. Struck him out looking on the inside corner. Two down for the National League with bases loaded. And now we have another pinch hitter. Jackie Robinson will come up, representing the Dodgers. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Robinson comes up. They call that one a ball. Count goes to 1-0. A walk would score a run. National League leads at 5-1 here in the top of the ninth. Papelbon on the mound. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 1-1 to Jackie Robinson. The 1-1. Fouls it off. 1-2. One-two pitch. And that's going to be a base hit. That's going to score at least 2. It does score 2 runs. A 2 RBI double for Jackie Robinson. And the National League takes a 7-1 lead here in the top of the ninth. It's going to make it very hard for the American League to come back. And now Blake Treinen. Yep, I pronounced it right. Treinen will come up. I was listening to the PA guy in my headphones. Josh Gibson, the catcher, comes up. 2 outs, runners at second and third. In their first strike, 0-1. National League now leads 7-1 here in the top of the ninth. Gibson at the plate, 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. A ground ball down the third base line, foul. And the count quickly, 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off, 0-2. The American League is going to have one hell of an inning in the bottom of the ninth to come back. Here's the 0-2. Low and outside, 1-2. One-two pitch. Down low, evens the count at 2-2. They're having a hard time getting the final out. 2-2 pitch. Down the right field line, but out of play. Count remains at 2-2 to Gibson. Two-two pitch. Inside, full count, 3-2. Three-two pitch. struck him out looking, and that'll end the inning. However, the National League leads it 7-1. We go to the bottom of the ninth. The All-Star Game on Jammin' Sports. Pitching for the National League. Well, first Pop Lloyd will take over shortstop.
Now in left.
Judd Wilson will be in left.
Wilson. Now in center field.
And in center field, Monte Irvin.
Now in right field.
And in right field, Hank Aaron will take over.
Aaron. Now pitching for the National League.
Matt Manti. Or Manti, I believe it is. Where's Evil Dave when I need pronunciation? Manti, I believe it is.
Pinch hitting for the American League.
Pinch hitting for the American League, Bill Dickey will lead things off. The National League leads it 7-1. We're in the bottom of the ninth. The All-Star Game from the Kingdome in Seattle, Washington. Manti on the mound. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be fouled down the first base line, out of play. Strike one. Counts 0-1. Here's the pitch.
That's outside.
Outside, they'll even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bill Dickey. Pops it up into shallow left, coming over the shortstop, and makes the play for the out. 1 down for the American League here in the bottom of the ninth. And now we have another pinch hitter coming in. A.J. Oh boy. Pierzynski. There we go. In there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. 1 out here at the bottom of the ninth. Base is empty. Pierzynski. That's how you pronounce it. Pierzynski. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike. 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Counts 0-2 to Pierzynski. Oh-2 pitch. Up high, but he swung at it. Struck him out on 3 pitches. The American League down to their final out.
Now batting. Number 12.
Let's see if they bring another pinch hitter. Yep. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one. That guy. Facing Manti. That guy at the plate. With 2 outs, base is empty. The pitch.
Too high.
Up high. Count goes to 1-0. National League leads it 7-1. American League down to their final out here at the All-Star Game. One-0 pitch. In there for a strike. They'll leave the count at 1-1. I think I can pronounce that last name. Murakami. Munetaka Murakami. Here's the 1-1. And that's sharply hit. It's a base hit, a 2-out single. So he extends the game for the American League. And now Willard Brown, another pinch hitter, will come up for the American League All-Stars. Still with 2 outs, down by 6, with a runner at first. Here's the pitch. And that's fouled down the third base line, 0-1. National League trying to secure the final out in winning this game. We did the All-Star Game last season, too, and the National League won. Here's the 0-1. A ground ball. Stone will throw to second, get the force out, and that's the game. The National League All-Stars win it. Your final score, the National League 7, the American League 1. Once again, your final score, the National League All-Stars over the American League All-Stars, 7-1. Tomorrow night, we'll have an NFL doubleheader here at Jammin' Sports, starting at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. It'll be the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots, followed by the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8 Eastern. Good night, everybody.